that would harm or harass Ghanaians is a criminal policy. Because, so your mother in the village, your uncle in the village, for him, he has no interest in traveling, and so passport is not his priority. Okay? All she's been forced to do is to register as a voter. But he has a right not to vote or to vote, but he is to be registered as a voter by law. And in asking you to come and vote to establish the system of governance we need, you are putting so many impediments and harassment on your poor auntie. Why? Now people have to travel from villages, come and sleep 4 nights, 5 nights in district capitals seeking Ghana card. Then they'll be told your name is wrong. Then they'll be told so many stories. Now there's also even a political twist to it, that Ghana cards are being issued in the strongholds of other political parties. Once this dimension set in, they defeat the general purpose of what we want to seek. So now, there came a time, they said, if you don't have birth certificate, you remember, you are not a Ghanaian. So people were forced to go and do birth certificate. After doing that, then we said, now we are now doing electronic birth certificate. People were forced to go and do electronic birth certificate. So this country alone, how many biometrics do we want to do to establish who a Ghanaian is? In any case, what's the net benefit of this registration to the poor woman in the village? What's the net benefit to her? I think if governments of this country are mindful of the constitutional provision that power emanates from the people, all right, and then whatever we do stems from the power that people have given to those governing us. If they get this into their crooked heads, then they will not go and say that I extended the time reluctantly. What do you mean by extending the time reluctantly? The people you are harassing, the people you are putting into the sun, the people you are putting into the rain to go and register are the people who voted to form your government. They are the same people who are contributing to pay your salary. Not so. So if you say I should acquire a certain thing, which by right is my right, my bet, now you want to regulate it. Must you harass me? So now, must you harass me? And the issues are that if you don't take care, you will simply align yourself with people who say that these are only being done to harvest votes. You say that because it does not make any sense whatsoever, in my opinion, for Ghana, a small country of 33 million, we cannot know who citizens are. We don't, from 1957 to date, we don't know who the citizens of this country are. We have done so many registrations. What was required was simply synchronization of the databases we have. You understand? So, for example, when SSNIT said they were aligning the system with the NIA card, SSNIT did not ask people to go and queue. They didn't. All they did was synchronize. Then they will send you a message whether your number, your SSNIT number, confirms with the original number you have. When you say yes, it means that you have been registered. Simple process. The essence of biometric registration is for easy identification, easy reference. Not so. Today, if you go to Cape Coast, Gender Ministry is also doing biometric registration of households. When the population census give all the indicators that we need as a country, your income level, your telephone number, everything, you took part in the registration. Yeah. So every data is with the statistical division of the country. So why all this harassment? Is it because we have found a new romance of digitalization, that long way you have digitalization, so everybody should be harassed? Is that the case? Is that the case? I want to let my own MP, Osla, know that the position he's occupying is by the what? The kindness of the Ghanaians, Dansoman people. And therefore he has no right to blow over our necks. She says that she has extended the duration, isn't it? To when? Is it consistent with national identification? By that time, would the NIU has finished issuing ID card for everybody? Let me ask my friend Atifa. He was given about 1.5 billion cedis or dollars to do the national registration. What was the population that he used to do the budget? What was the population? So that now he's asking for 250 cedis. This is fraud. Sana, this is fraud. But it has become an issue. Once we start discussing it, some people will say, oh, it's an NDC man. No, this is an MPP man. And again, we sacrifice the integrity of whatever we're doing on the altar of party politics, and the criminals goes free. You remember Kennedy Japan challenging Atifa that what he was doing, could you have done it with $50 million? Remember? But we gave him 50 million, we gave him 3 times that. Still, now people have to pay. The decision that says that to acquire Ghana card or ECOWAS card for 250 cedis is fraudulent and it's against the constitution. Because according to the constitution, every Ghanaian citizen has a right to be registered. No, so every Ghanaian citizen has a right to be registered. And that is why we gave Kanatifa budget. And if the budget is not enough for him, he goes to parliament to say that the budget you gave me, if you do the accounts, under the account, it is not enough. Please add more so that I can register every Ghanaian. That is what he should do. He should not take, Elsland should not take registration as an event. It's a process because every day people turn 18, people turn 15. Why are you doing this to us as a country? Why? The impudence of one day every Ghanaian waking up and that his number has been blocked. Where in the world can you do that? Where in the world can you put a block on my right to communicate? Where? If you're having a problem with people, well, go ahead, but don't block innocent people. And all Ghanaians in this instance are innocent. Is it my duty as a Ghanaian, to own a telephone? Yes. Whose duty is to make sure that the telephone I'm using is secured? Is it not government? But in securing my telephone, must you harass me? When you have the data, everything about me, when I registered for my passport, way back 2007, all my biodata is on the passport. So now you have traveled. So you have traveled before. Go to the airport, put your passport there, and the whole world know who you are. Not so. But you have a country whose judicial system will say that passport is not a family data. Meanwhile, the birth certificate was used to acquire the passport. This is the country we have it. So if we are not minded, we will be spending the few dollars we borrow from outside and the money we mobilize in implementing useless schemes like the biometric registrations. Useless. Because Mobitel transferred to nice Airtel, no, so it's Airtel, has all the data. Airtel Tigo, they have every data on every customer. Yeah. Before this registration, when you go to the bank and you are going to register, as soon as you put your card there, your voters register came and they identified you. We are in a country where we are so hopeless that every 4 years we have to do fresh voters register. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean. 1.5 billion here. After the electoral commission, we don't even know how much money was given to her. I mean, and this also go. SNIT is also doing biometric. This is also being put all together, and you know how much you are losing. And if all these monies were even monies that we have generated, then we don't have a problem. Even that you have to use for proper purposes. But if we are borrowing money to do all this we are doing, are we sensible? The funny thing is, when Bob Besan Chumpana, do you understand? You understand that? Yeah, Bob Besan Chumpana. That's how you think. You see, when you go and borrow money, you go and borrow money to invest so that you can get returns. No, so, but if you are going to borrow money, you don't have money, but your girlfriend is telling you, let's go out. So you go and borrow, Sana give you 200. Only to go and spend at the beer bar. 200 you are still owing. Right? You are owing the 200. Tomorrow morning, the girl also is not there. See, I'm going to this is what you are doing as a country. Sana, we are borrowing money. Everything, even Kwesi says that even the president's fuel from Flagstaff House to his house is by borrowed money. Why are we dissipating so much money on irrelevant schemes? Only to, is it for vote, ballot harvesting, vote harvesting? Only for some people to win elections or what? If it was a country, Sana, the Minister for Communication should have been sacked or resigned. He should have resigned on the day MTN blocked our communication. He should have resigned. I rest my case.